Hello, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Mr. B, your marriage counselor. Do you know that some men are scared of getting married? Likewise, some women. You see some men who are well to do, who can take care of the family, who have stable income, yet they are struggling to decide, yet they don't want to settle down. They are scared. Yeah. Have you asked yourself why? Even for the women. That's why you can see sometimes you see somebody coming to the social media as a celebrity, say marriage is not necessary, marriage is this. That's not true. Marriage is beautiful. Marriage was ordained by God. And there is nothing God ordains that is called unimportant. When anything God ordains, He ordains for the good of His children. He makes things beautiful for us. So if you're saying marriage is not important, it's just a sign that you are not ready. That is why you see when they are getting ready at some point in their life, they will now begin to come back to the social media and say they are looking for a husband. Okay? So they begin to look for the alternative. So don't listen to those people. Marriage is beautiful. The feeling of love is beautiful. If you have not, you should try it. So, why are you dragging your feet when it comes to marriage? I want to tell you why. One, you have not accepted the fact that changes exist in our life. Change is inevitable. The moment you begin to accept that changes must happen in a man's life, then you begin to realize that you need to move. You stop sitting on the fence. Know that today you're 20. Time will come, you'll be 30. Time will come, you'll be 50. Not as if you're seeing yourself very youthful this time. You think you will be this way forever. No, 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 no. Accept that it's change. That is the first thing you need to do. And second thing is stop being indecisive. Indecision is bad. Nobody will make decision for you. In fact, it is even that moment when somebody comes to make decision for you about marriage that you make the wrong choice. Okay, you have to wake up now. Make decision before it's late. There may be somebody around you. There may be that man, that woman who is there waiting for you to decide, for you to move ahead, propose. But you're still dragging your feet. Why? Maybe you're in the midst of people who are single. They are making you feel that single life is the best. I want to tell you, it does not last. Yeah, time is going. So make the decision now. What is the need from running out, uh, for running away from the obvious when you know that you still go get married? Of course, you should do that. Take your decision and stop sitting on the fence. Do that. And that is why you're scared because you have not decided. Anything you decide to do with your mind, anything you decide to do and conclude to do it, nothing will stop you. Wake up in the morning, tell yourself that you're ready. This is a change that must happen, and it will go well. The third one, learn to be selfless. If you're going into marriage, you must stop thinking about me, I, and myself. No. Learn to accommodate. Learn to think about someone. That is why when people enter into marriage, they turn the wife to become, what I call it, to be just like it's as if it's one other property in the house. Just like when you have a maid. No, 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 no. You want this. Have you thought of what your wife wants? What the other person with you wants? If you learn to only think of yourself, it is dangerous. In that case, it will be difficult for you. I want my convenience. I want this. I want that. You want when you come back home, food to be on the table. Fine. But when you are at home, the woman went out and supposed to be home by 12 o'clock, possibly prepare lunch, right? 12 has gone, has passed. She's still on the way. She's still there till 4. You realize that if it were to be me, when I'm coming, I'll be very famished. Will you still sit there and wait for her to come back and prepare the food and give you staying at home? That is selfishness. Until you learn to distance yourself from selfishness, it will be difficult for you to bond and say you want to settle down. You should learn that this is not going to be okay for someone beside it. If I do this, it will hurt this person, and you stop to do it. You help even have chores. You are sitting there doing nothing. She's doing this, doing that, kind of baby doing this. You see, it's her job. Who told you it's her job? Marriage is not that way. So until you learn to be selfless, it will be a difficult thing. Then understand the next one, understand that marriage is for companionship. The primary thing, the first thing about marriage is companionship. If you watch in the Genesis when God created everything beautiful, Adam, in the midst of beautiful creatures, was not satisfied. Not until Eve came, he shouted, he heaved a sigh of relief. Why? Because you have seen a companion. Companionship comes in marriage first before you talk about procreation. So, before you go into marriage, think of someone that will be your companion, your friend, not just a wife. With your wife, it will be wife and be a friend that you can gossip. You can stay, you chat, you say, hello, baby, how are you? You discuss, you communicate. If you understand that marriage is a companion, is very important. It will drive you a long way. These are the things you should know. And if you don't know them, you will keep being scared and pushing and pushing and pushing and postponing it. It's not going to go well. Then tolerance. You learn how to tolerate. I want to give you a scenario. Two identical twins don't have the same character. No matter how identical they are, they will have opposing characters. Then talk about you coming from another mother and another tribe, possibly. Two of you will have differences. So you have to learn how to tolerate situation of women or to situation of a man. You have to tolerate each other. Know that you'll be able to take the person's weaknesses, accept the person's weaknesses, at least up to 90% of his shortcomings. You'll be able to tolerate it. That is the only way you can stay together with someone. If you're the type of person that you're always counting this for somebody, these are the changes you need to make. And until these things go out of your life, it becomes difficult for you to be a good material, for you to be a good candidate for marriage. And you keep becoming scared. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that among all this, another one that is most important is communication. If you're going to enter a relationship, you should learn how to communicate. Make the person understand your feelings. Make the person understand that this is what I want and this is what I don't want. You did this, I didn't like it. Instead of harboring them in your heart, you say it out, the person will learn. Sometimes you can misunderstand a gesture, but it's when you communicate and say, this is okay, this is not okay, the person can explain to you. Learn to communicate. Communication is very important morning, afternoon, night, even in love making. Do you know you can communicate to your wife so that you know what your wife wants? Some women, they love kissing more than any other romance. Some could be their boobs. So you should talk and find out. That's way you please your wife. Come on, there's no magic about it. Communicate, talk. Let her know the things that triggers her, know the things you do that will keep her going. Find out the love we made, how was it? If it's not okay, you learn to adjust. Oh, tell her she did this one. Why you're making? No, maybe next time you try to do it this way. You should also be polite in your communication, not communicate arrogantly. And hey, it's a red flag for you to make love to your wife after you just fall asleep or you stand up and move. No, hold her. Some women cherish that moment after love making. You hold her, you